Oh, thank you for the applause. That's too kind. That's way too kind. Thank you so much. Welcome to the 44 Creators podcast. My name is Warren, aka Pod Stewart.
My name is Levert, aka Leverticus, aka Sweet Dick Willie.
Every time. Yeah, so I see that bottle up there. Do we have a sponsor now? Is this sponsored by Dr. Bronner's or some shit like that? What we got going on today? We got a sponsor?
Man.
No sponsor?
We'll get into that later.
Okay.
We'll get into the bottle later. How your week been going?
Oh, it's good, man. It's good. I had a good week. Just working, just trying to set up some appointments because we're gonna actually start producing other people's podcasts. So I'm reaching out, getting contacts and stuff like that.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So I mean, and because I love where we're going. Like, not only are we doing our podcast, but the goal is to actually create a network. I mean, that's always been a goal, to actually put other people on top of a platform. You know, let other Black creators be heard. And I just think it's an amazing thing. Like, the best thing to do is not only to create for yourself, but to let other people rise. And I think there's a lot of talent in Atlanta in a 404 area. Yeah. So that's the whole thing. That's what 404 Creators is. It's trying to find 404 creators in this area to try to build with and collab with. I mean,
that's what's up.
That's why I'm doing it. Yeah, that's why we're doing it.
Speaking of working,
okay.
My week.
Fuck yeah.
My week, it was more of a whirlwind.
Yeah.
So I found out on this past Thursday that the job I work at, they're actually eliminating positions.
Was you still in boxes? You trying to build a clubhouse or some shit?
No, man. It's the whole COVID situation. They doing cuts, so my position is being eliminated.
That's fucked up.
So I'll be out of a job.
That's some shit.
You know what I'm saying? I'm looking on the right side. I'm gonna start gravitating to more my creative side. Well, dealing with music. Now that we're doing this podcast,
right?
And just getting in my creative bag, man. Like,
so do you feel like this was a sign? Like, do you feel like your job was making you a little bit complacent? Like the money was decent enough and the freedom was good, so it was cause for you not to, to kind of rise up or try to do anything else? Like, it was just enough to keep you there and keep you complacent.
Yeah, it was just enough to keep me complacent, and I really wasn't. My job was. It was just a job. It's not a career.
Right.
It's not something that I'm passionate about.
Right.
So now that transpired, I feel like I can gravitate more to creativity, and I want to have something that actually feeds my soul.
Right.
I don't want to just be a person that just be input and output numbers and becoming just a number at a job. I want something where I'm passionate about, and I like enjoy waking up every day and just finding something new and creative and just love what I do.
And that's amazing. And I wouldn't tell anybody because growing up, I've had a lot of friends that was like, aspiring rappers and aspiring singers. And I apologize to y'all, but y'all was not that great. So, but with you, like, I know your music is awesome. I told them, like, you need to work on this, you need to work on that. Mm-hmm. But with you, I don't have no feedback. Like, your music is amazing, and that's why I put it up on my page. That's why I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't like lying to nobody. I'm like, maybe you should try something else.
Man,
or maybe you should try.
I'm still working. I'm still in the process.
Everything is a work in progress, but at the same time, it's like I like seeing a progression that you're making with your music. Like, you're full on, like, you're producing your own shit, you're putting it out there, you're promoting it, like, you're doing everything yourself, and I like that. Now, when you told me about you getting fired or whatever, I was like, that's fucked up. It's just like, just with anybody around these times, it's like COVID is just like it's a weird time to like really be losing your job, but you're looking at it as more like a sign, more of a blessing. For you to focus on what's real.
Even when we started the podcast, I think I put out messages to the universe, and the universe answered back.
Right.
It was like we started moving a certain way, being more creative, and then it's kind of like, for me, it's kind of like a chapter is closing, a door is closing, but other doors and other chapters are opening up.
Right.
So I'm excited about it. Because, I mean, like, even when it happened, because what had happened, they had us on, they would have had me on a Zoom, because really nobody's just meeting in person. And they was like, we were pretty much cutting this position. And when they told me, I kind of smirked. I was like, and I told them, like, y'all, like, listen, it's been real. I enjoyed working here. But, another chapter is coming up.
And they expected you to kind of, like, break down and fucking...
Hell, why the fuck would I break down?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Um, and even if you did break down, like, what is that going to do? What is that going to solve? All I got to do is just get on my hustle, get on my grind.
Yeah, you being upset about the situation that you can't control is just stopping you from like focusing on what you need to do next on the next chapter.
Man, it's like I've actually had more fun like recording and doing this podcast than I've had in a while.
Right.
And this whole year has been a whirlwind for me.
And that's so great to hear. Like it's so great. Like I know you know been going through a lot, you know, personally and like, you know, dealing with jobs and like relationships and shit like that. Like shit can be a whirlwind, but I think you being a creative person that you are, being a creative is your anchor.
Oh yeah.
It centers you in a way that other stuff can't.
Hell no.
Yeah. So
like I don't know, like I would tell people this, like, listen, like with me, I'm a person that procrastinates. And then for the longest, I was procrastinating on my art and everything. And the job was just a means to end to pay bills and stuff like that. But I don't want to live like that forever. I want to, like I said, I want to have something that feeds my soul.
Right.
That I enjoy, that I smile. You know what I'm saying? You go to work every day and it's usually the same thing. I was like asking people how their day is going, and they'll tell me the same exact words. Same shit, different day. Same shit,
that's
different
the
day.
last fucking thing I want to say.
I never wanted to get in that mindset.
And I'm starting to get like that. It's just like, you know, the field that I'm in right now, it's been my passion for so long. For so long it was because, you know, it's like the right career path. It's like you're supposed to go to college and get a certain type of job. And it's just like, I did that.
Yeah.
And now I'm just like, the possibilities are so open for me to be a creative and actually explore and take part in the stuff that I enjoy. Like I consume so much content. I listen to so much music. I listen to podcasts. I watch all these videos of people doing all these great things. It's like, these people are basic, like they're average people. Like not to take away from anything or anything that
but you can do the
does,
same damn
but
thing.
I can do the same thing. I'm starting to realize that now. That I can take part in this stuff. And if I'm, you know, and this is just a personal thing. Like I believe that I know this podcast is going to take off, but let's say for whatever reason it doesn't hit the marks that I want to hit. I still want to I still want to be a facilitator for other people to be able to make their dreams come true. If you're more talented than me, fuck it. Let's get together. Let's do something so I can help facilitate your dreams. Yeah. Like that's the biggest thing for me. It's just like I don't give a fuck what the numbers. Like for a little while in the very beginning, I was, you know, looking at the numbers. I'm kind of like an over analytical person sometimes. Like I'm like, I always look at the statistics. Every time we put up a video, I'm like, how many likes did it get? How many? And I know you don't focus on that.
Hell no.
But I'm like, I'm looking at it as a metric to determine, are we doing the right thing? Are we reaching the right people?
Like I said, you just got to continue to grind and put the art out there.
Yeah.
And whoever gravitates towards your art, that's the ones that matter. And those that don't really matter. Just like with any music or whatever. You're going to have your fans. You're going to have the people who vibe with you. And you're going to have the people who just don't fuck with you.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you got to keep going.
Yeah. And the thing about it is just like, I started falling back and just enjoying it. Because remember I told you like before the last pod, every time we're about to do a pod, I feel like we're about to take a test.
Why is that?
I don't know. It feel like every time we put out a pod, I feel like once we upload it, I feel like I'm about to be graded. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people are looking at it and like analyzing like, well, this wasn't as good as the last one, or they said that, or, you know, but I started getting away from that and just enjoying the process. Just like, you know, every time we about to do a pod, I'm always doing notes and fucking doing like study guides and shit like that. And then you showed me like the very first pod that we had, I almost had like 3 pages of notes and you had like 1 fucking sentence.
That's how I roll. I'm more of an ad-libber. Because the thing is, I think the greatest moments are the ones where you just off the top of the dome and letting it flow. Because if you start thinking too much, you fuck up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even if like, say if I'm on stage and I'm singing or whatever and I'm like miss certain words. Yeah. As an artist or as a performer, you just keep going. You just ad-lib the shit. Yeah. And people will never know.
Instead of drawing attention to that shit.
If you start like saying like, oh shit, I messed my words up and like you singing, I forgot.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah, you just got to keep riffing that shit. Yeah.
That's the whole point of like, even in anything in life though, like shit might not turn out the way you want it to, but you got to keep going. Yeah. And it's like, even with my situation, I'm like, man, look, I done been through worse situations. I can come out of this. Right. Yeah. The only thing is I just got to keep going, keep grinding. Yeah. And that's what I'm excited about because everything is all on me and what I decide to do. And that's the dopest thing. I'm not like having a job where it was given to me and then I'm just going with that with the rest of my life. That's not how I operate. That's not how my soul operates. I'm always doing shit that's out in left field or shit that I enjoy to do.
Right.
I don't tell nobody how to live my life, whatever, and nobody should do anything that other people want you to do. Do what you want to fucking do.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? What makes you happy? What makes you smile? You know what I'm saying? It don't matter like got to be rich or whatever, got to have a lot of money or whatever. As long as you fucking happy, keep doing that shit.
And I think now during this time where the internet is so huge and so many people are starting businesses and stuff like that, this is a perfect time. This is the greatest time in history for people to really start chasing their passions.
Yeah.
And really start looking at it as a viable way of actually making some damn money.
You know, I think the funny thing is, even with me and you, it's like, we was talking about this shit a year ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we had a period where we was just doing different things, you know what I'm saying? Then we gravitated back to each other.
Right.
And it was like, it just fit, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it made sense.
Still got that chemistry. So it's like, just let it ride, you know what I'm saying? Having fun doing it, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, easy going conversations, just letting it flow.
Yeah, it's good to have the balance with the right person. It's just like when because I was doing a podcast with a couple other people, and it's definitely no knock to them at all, but when I was working with other people, it felt like this is my podcast, and anytime it was like they were helping me with my podcast, and I didn't want that. And they honestly didn't have any time for anything else but that. Like, hey, I can help you out with this, but this is your shit.
Yeah.
But partnering up with you, it felt like a true partnership because it's like you're taking accountability of this podcast.
Of course.
With me. Like, this is a real partnership. Like, every time, like, we're both trying to, find, like, our roles and our jobs is like, yeah, we doing the talking, and then you'll go home and you'll break down and you'll edit the video. I'm getting there, editing the audio. I'm trying to figure out like a better studio space. So it's just like, and I'm looking at like the numbers of like how to, reach other clients and things like, so we're both finding great roles within the podcast, but we're both taking ownership of moving this thing forward. You
got to grind. You got to work.
Yeah.
If you want it to work, you got to put in the work.
It is so much fun.
It's fun, but I was like, damn. Like
I know you didn't want to do this shit at first.
No, I did not want to do this at first. I was like, with everything I do, it's like a trial period. Probationary.
And that's
period.
exactly what you said. You was like, yeah, we can do this shit on the probationary period.
We can try it out.
Yeah.
And it's funny because like even when I get with other people and they want to collab on some a track or whatever, I was like, yeah, we can try it out, do a probationary period. Because the thing is, it's all about the vibe and the energy.
Yeah.
And sometimes energy don't match up where it feels like I don't feel like doing it or it's a drag or whatever. But when you got chemistry and with somebody, it's like, okay, let's do this shit. I'm excited to do this shit.
And I'm gonna be honest, like I knew approach because I approached you because I figured you might want to do it. You would at least give it a try, and then I knew when you tried it the first time, I knew you was gonna like it, but I had no idea that you was gonna take off the way that you did, though.
What you mean?
No, like just as far as like you steady, like you're not super analytical all the time. You don't overthink shit, but it's like every time we did a different pod, you like, I figured out how to do this. I learned how to do this. I bought these lights. I did this. Like, you're figuring out a whole bunch of different things. So it's like, it's not that I was going to slack or fall off, but I can't, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, having somebody work with you who cares about this as much as you do, who wants us to succeed as much as you do, if you feel like you don't want to do it, I feel like I would be letting you down now. It's like if I didn't bring my A game every time we did a podcast, or I didn't say, hey, I learned this today. Like I need to make sure it's not like I'm a fucking disappoint you, nothing like that. But it's just like if I don't feel like I learned something today about how to make this business roll a whole lot better, I feel like you'll be like, damn, you need to get on your job. Like we're making each other accountable.
Get on your job.
Shit.
Get on your job.
Yeah, I feel like you like, I'm like, God damn.
Not to a certain point, it's like I'm so used to flowing a certain way where it's like I didn't know a lot of shit that I know right now, even with editing and stuff like that with Final Cut.
And you learned it that quick, though.
Watch a quick YouTube video. Oh, now I know how to do this shit. Or
YouTube
now I'm making
University.
shortcuts,
Yeah.
So it's like when I'm used to, I think in the beginning, you probably wasn't editing as fast or whatever. And I figured out a way to like, because we running 2 cameras right now, how to just click cup buttons and then all that shit sync up.
Yeah, I still have a general idea of how to do that, but I don't know, I'm not fully like immersed on like how to do the 2 camera thing that we're doing right now. Like that's all you. As far as like the different uploads to like, our distribution, I figured out our distribution and a couple of different things. And like I said, I'm trying to handle like the business aspect of it, like finding other clients and like, finding our, more spaces and actually renting out and buying different places and stuff like that. So I'm more on that side,
Mm-hmm.
but I still like I can't let you like just in case you didn't want to edit a video or you had something else that you
Yeah.
needed to take care of, especially on your music side. I mean, because you're still a musician, you still got to take care of that too. So if I needed to edit a video and fill in that space, I'd still need to learn that type of shit though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's super important to know every aspect of the business that you're actually working in.
Yeah. I mean, we just really it's just on the job training.
That's what it is.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
exactly what it is.
and I think you put more time into shit you passionate about and shit you enjoy doing instead of like per se when I go to work and I'm like I clock in I'm like let me rock this clock a little bit.
You got the buckets. It's crazy because like sometimes you'll get to work, you on your second or third cup of coffee and you still not feeling that shit. People come at you and like, God damn, I just need a fucking break. You just got there, and you
Yeah.
already need a break.
But oftentimes like even with jobs, whatever, we do shit because we got to do shit. We got to provide, put food on the table. Me, I'm just taking care of myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm single. As long as I take care of myself, I'm happy. That's the only thing that really matters. If people out there, like people, they getting laid off too, and they got whole families.
Right.
So I feel like it's more stressful on them because they like, what the fuck I'm going to do?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you got a wife, she has certain expectations. You know what I'm saying? That's certain stress that's on a man. You know
And
what I'm
everybody that you told that you got laid off or whatever, they're like, they're pushing their,
Yeah.
they're projecting.
They're projecting. I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, calm the fuck
Yeah, like this is
down.
me
Like,
we're talking about. Don't
Exactly.
cry. Think about what shit can happen to you.
And when I send my energy back to them, they're like, oh yeah, he'll be fine. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. Because the same as that thing happened to me. I was just like, fuck. I'm like, as soon as you told me, I was sad. Like you told me, I lost my job too. I'm like, fuck, man. What are you gonna do? What's gonna happen? And then you just like, I'm good. I was
I'm
like,
good.
Okay, you're good.
I'm fucking good.
You're good.
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Yeah. So it feels like it's actually getting a little bit colder now. So is it officially cuffing season, or as you call it, teddy bear season?
It's always teddy bear seasons, ladies. It's always. Get you something to snuggle up to. Don't get you no bones. Get you something that you can warm your body with.
So it's officially that season, huh?
Hell yeah. Get you something you can lay on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be laying on no plywood. Get you some girth. Don't get it twisted. Big niggas come with girth and length too. And we will fucking ruin it. You know what I'm saying? Like with care, of course. With care.
With care.
With care.
With care and consent.
Yes, of course.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Shit. So pod news. Have you been listening to any podcasts lately? Any other pods?
I just recently listened to Joe's new podcast.
Okay. Yeah, because he just dropped 2 podcasts. He dropped the Glacier Boys episode, and I usually don't even know these names, but they be wild. Glacier Boys episode and Deflated Balloons. Like I actually watched most of I watched all of the first one and most of the second one, but I think something weird happened. I think they addressed it in the first pod. I think because like they're not fucking with Spotify anymore. But I think they accidentally released the Glacier Boys, the very first episode of them coming back. I think they released it on Spotify.
Really?
By accident. Because I'm looking now and it wasn't on there. It's not on there now.
Okay.
So I think they might have did that by accident. And I think the boy that's on there, I think his name's Savon. I think he's in charge of actually doing
that's
the uploads.
the reason they was trying to get in his ass.
Yeah, they was fucking with because remember they brought him on camera.
Yeah.
And it was like fucking with him. Yeah, he was talking about like the algorithm or the data, like it was something wrong and they actually distributed it to Spotify by mistake.
Got you.
Yeah.
So Spotify got a free episode.
Because I'm thinking, because before that shit happened, because I actually saw it on Spotify first.
Uh-huh.
No, well, first they was advertising it was on SoundCloud, and then I looked on Spotify and it was on there. So I was like, they must have fucking resolved some shit or something like that.
They didn't close their page down?
No, what Spotify?
Yeah.
Nah, Joe Budden, like his old shit is still on there.
Yeah, because that's really probably Spotify.
Yeah, the deal was like they're just gonna keep that, but going forward, they're not gonna put any of this shit up there. Because I was looking at it, I was just like, what the fuck was all this ranting about Spotify for? And now you're just gonna you're gonna give it to them for free? Like,
So that was a big fuck up.
that was a mistake. Yeah.
Yeah.
They was like, don't let that shit happen again.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm surprised he ain't get fucking fired for that shit. Yeah.
Nah, I mean, like everybody, you can mess up here and there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think he's part of the team, and you know what I'm saying? Like Joe takes care of his own, so
He seems like it. He
he
seems
one
like
of
he
his
does take
boys.
care of his team. Yeah.
but don't do that again, nigga.
Yeah, exactly. I know he was lit up. So, on another pod on Joe Budden's podcast, See the Thing Is. Did you listen to that one?
No, I didn't listen this week.
Yeah, you know what? I listened to the first one because I was curious to see how he can run a network and finding, and how good he was at finding talent.
What you think?
He found amazing talent. Like they're actually great.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about it though is that their podcast may not be for me, and I'm saying that
I
respectfully.
tried to tell your ass.
It is. Is not necessarily for me. Now I'm gonna have to check. I'll go back to checking clips.
Yeah.
And then, okay, they talking about that shit. Let me go and listen more because with Joe Budden, with his podcast, I wasn't listening to the whole fucking thing. I jumped in with clips.
Yeah, me too.
And then I was like, okay, so I want to listen a little bit more. But with the See the Thing Is podcast, they opened up. They was talking about like fibroids and all this other shit. I'm like, that ain't none of my business. It's extremely important.
Listen.
Yeah.
I mean, you're married. You have a wife.
Yeah.
Having that knowledge is a plus.
It's
you know what I'm saying? Whenever
yeah.
she comes talking to you about certain
I'm like,
issues
I know
that
exactly
she
what you're
has,
talking about. Yeah.
that's good knowledge to have.
It is. But I don't.
Were you uncomfortable?
Nah, it's just not entertaining for me. I want to be entertained, and not saying that you can't be educated and entertained at the same time, but I want to hear them talk about music and maybe fucking everyone, like just regular stuff, like
Well, from their perspective.
yeah, from their perspective. But when they talking about like
getting
health,
slid in.
yeah, when they talk about health matters and shit like that, I want to hear that. Yeah, I want to hear about the horrible decisions that they making. I want to hear about shit like that.
I think every guy need to take like at least a female anatomy class.
Know some shit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Like you'll be 10 times better in bed if you know the anatomy of a woman.
Yeah, I mean, you
That's why you're slipping.
Yeah, you 100%
Take that
need
class.
to know. Study that chapter
Hell
right
yeah.
there.
Don't be so prideful when you can't learn shit about the female anatomy and mentality.
It's always good to learn shit. I just don't want to learn it in a podcast. That's all. I'm good. I'll check the clips.
It's cool. It's cool with me because I'd rather hear from a horse's mouth. Not calling them horses, but you know.
Yeah, I feel you. So I've never watched the All the Smoke podcast before, but they just recently had Charlemagne on there. Did you watch that episode? Because I know they had Iverson on there. Being from Philly, I should have been watched that one. But I didn't watch the I didn't watch that one. I'm gonna go back and watch that one. But I finally went back and I finally watched the Charlemagne one. That was a really good one.
What was so good about it?
It was just amazing because I don't know if you know, but Charlemagne has a podcast network.
Yeah.
Called the Black Effect Podcast. So All the Smokes podcast is actually on his network, along with the 85
Really
South.
now?
Yeah.
So they assimilated all the smoke too?
Yeah, All the Smoke is on there. 85 South Show is on there. Drink Champs is on there. Tamika Mallory, she got her podcast on there. So it's a lot of people on there. But the All the Smoke podcast, like I just thought it was just like basically just talking about just sports. And I was just like, me, I don't watch any fucking sports. I don't know shit about sports. So it's like you talking about some shit. Yeah. That's like the only thing we can't talk on the pod. I mean, I guess you can have your own segment or whatever, but
Nah,
I just be sitting there. I be on my
talk to
phone or
somebody
some shit.
who know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't want to just talk by myself.
You would be talking to yourself. I have no idea. So like I didn't even know who they were. Like I had no idea who the dudes was on the All the Smoke podcast.
Mm-hmm.
But when they had Charlemagne on there, I knew they was gonna be talking that shit, like talking business. Like, I mean, they talked about sports a little bit, but the biggest thing though is like I forgot the dudes that's even on the podcast. It's not Nick. Is Nick Barnes?
Yeah. Nah, Nick Barnes and Steven Jackson.
Okay, yeah. So those two on there, like I really didn't know very much about them though. Mm-hmm. But watching their podcast, it kind of gave me a little bit more insight into how I conduct myself on a podcast. Because it's like, with the Joe Budden podcast and a couple other podcasts, like Drink Champs, like they're funny as shit on there. Mm-hmm. And then the Joe Budden podcast is like, it's so much humor, and it's just like. It would lead you to believe that everybody got to be a fucking comedian on their podcast. Like, I should be funny every once in a while, whatever. Like, it's a good podcast.
No,
it's a good
my
rapport.
bad, Matt Barnes. It's Matt Barnes.
Yeah, Matt, not Nick Barnes. Yeah, Matt Barnes. Yeah, but it's just like they're entertaining, but they're nice, calm, and cool and chill. Like, it's a chill podcast. It's a good convo, but they're not all over the place with like fucking jokes all day long. So it's just like it just gives you a perspective. Like,
So like you feel like you can relate to them.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm gonna be always the more chill personality on this podcast. Whatever.
You can be chill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with the shit.
Exactly.
I am with the shit.
So it's a fucking balance though. So like it just gave you perspective. Like you can be who the fuck you want to
Exactly.
be, and don't have to be that version of them
Exactly.
or whatever. I was like,
But I'm sure you'll get your shit off every now and then.
you know, it's something already new, and it's just, but it's just like me and you used to work together, so it's just like
Used to.
Yeah, no, it still fucks me up though. Yeah, it's still,
Nah, fuck that shit. On to the next.
it still fucks me up though. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like we used to work together. So anytime you came to my office and like talked and shit like that, you was yourself everywhere. You was turned up like
Yeah.
every fucking like you never like assimilated into like the corporate.
I wasn't a
Way of
fucking
thinking.
robot like everybody. Well, mostly everybody there.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people are, but me, I wouldn't say I was a robot, but at the same, I was in interview mode. You know how you kind of just code switch a little bit when you're doing the interviews? Well, you probably have no fucking idea what I'm talking about. You have,
I'm not a code switcher.
yeah, I code. I ain't even gonna lie.
This is who I am. This is the fuck I'm gonna give you. And that's it.
I ain't gonna hold you. I was code switching like a motherfucker. I walked in that bitch. I was
Hello.
like, yeah, that was me. But
How are
then-
you doing today?
Yeah, but see, and then when I got the job, like I changed up a little bit. I relaxed a little bit, but I was never completely comfortable.
But I think it's probably because I was a bad influence. Because you probably was saying how open I was. You like, let me unbuckle my pants a little bit. Let me loosen my zipper. Let me put my hands down my drawers and shit. Let me slang my thing all around here. then when I left you, like, let me pull this shit back in my pants. Let me back all the way up and get suited and booted.
Yeah, but see, like it's even easier now because COVID. Like I don't even have to be there now.
Yeah.
So it's like when I'm at home and I'm working from home or whatever, like I'm dressing the way that I want to dress. I'm being who I want to be, and it's like, damn, I feel like something's completely different. It feels off. It feels like a glitch in the matrix every time I actually have to go into the office. I'm like, I'm changing up again. Like that's not me. Like I realized that since I
But
don't
nobody's
have to be,
there though.
yeah, but still, it's just a different vibe. Like even working from home, like you know, I'm still doing my work or whatever, but it's like I'm always thinking about our side stuff. I'm thinking about our podcast. I'm thinking about the businesses that we started and stuff like that. So that's where my mind is at. And then I get at work and it's like it sucks all the creativity out of me. It's just like I can't even focus on what I'm passionate about when I
It
have
take
to go
all
out
the
to-
creativity.
Like I be trying to sit there.
That's
and
a
edit
mad head game. If it suck all the creativity out of you.
all of it, super lungs. It took everything.
Damn.
Yeah, shit just don't feel right. Yo. Like I get there and I'm like, I don't want to edit any videos. You know, it's hard for me to like make the phone calls, like to talk to the clients and stuff like that. I'm just not feeling it because I'm focusing on actually working and being in the office.
Cause it's like this, you know what I'm saying? Having a job is cool.
Pays the bills, yeah.
Yeah, it pays the bill and everything.
But I need to find another way of doing it though.
But you kind of straddling the fence of doing what you really want to do and doing what you have to do. But
Yeah.
when those two intersect, that's the best of both worlds.
Absolutely.
And that's the decision you have to make when it comes time to make a decision.
Yeah.
So it's like, I can understand, like, you get there and I don't feel like doing this shit, man. I want to be editing, or I want to be doing this, or I want to be doing a showrunner shit and coming up with different ideas or whatever. Or do I want to go and just input and send emails all fucking day?
Right.
And that's the thing, like, people, you know what I'm saying? Most people don't follow their dreams. And I would tell y'all, like, follow y'all fucking dreams, man.
Absolutely.
Like, you could be here today and gone tomorrow.
Yeah.
And it's like, even with this whole year, like, it kind of feels like the end of times or whatever, like people dying and shit. But it's like, if you're going to die, if you're going to go out doing some shit that you love to do.
Absolutely. And like COVID, this year been really crazy. I know it's been fucked up for a whole lot of people. And like, it's been a lot of deaths. It's been like a lot of personal shit that I've seen and I've, been through whatever. But it's like, it's nothing compared to like shit that other people have been through. So it's just like, this year's kind of made me focus on following my passions because shit can't be taken away from you.
Yeah.
Like you never know what could possibly happen. Like I've had people that wasn't really living their life to the fullest, and they wound up dying this year. It's just like it's bad when when you're facing your last days, just like you said, and you haven't chased your dreams. You
Yeah.
haven't really chased your passions. So I'm looking at that right now. It's like,
Are you just existing or are you living?
Yeah,
It's two different things.
You have to ask yourself that. You absolutely have to ask yourself that, especially with everything going on right now. I mean, I should have been thinking about that, but I'm really now focused on what do I want to do? What are my passions? And I'm happy because like I'm working on a lot of that stuff. Like we're doing a lot of that now. Like every week, if we're not actually doing a podcast, we're editing a podcast. You know, we're talking to clients. We're, you know, looking at equipment, looking at ways to actually make our stuff better. I'm studying other people's podcasts and other people's shows and learning how to produce at a higher quality and a higher level.
Yeah.
So it's like everything is like, just like you said earlier, on the job training.
Yeah.
You're just trying to figure out how to improve. I mean, because you can't continue to keep looking at people who are producing at a high level and say, "Oh, I'll never get there."
Yeah.
Oh,
at the end of the day, if you got an idea, you're only gonna like regret shit if you don't try. It's all about trying.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You can't make no progression if you don't try.
Yeah.
So get your ass up and fucking try.
Yeah, get the fuck out. Shit, what's next? Shit, what the fuck? Okay. So one thing that was interesting to me, like they was talking about, this is not a subject I really want to get into, whatever, but it kind of goes around the stuff that we talked about before. So Tory Lanez, you know, he finally got, you know, the charges finally came up, so he's actually, you know, they're actually moving forward with his trial or whatever. Mm-hmm. So, are you a Tory Lanez fan? Have you listened to his music before?
I've listened to it here and there, but I'm not like an avid listener of Tory Lanez.
I'd be completely honest. Like I selectively listen to music. Like I listen to a lot of music, but he just never came on my radar personally. Mm-hmm. And then when I finally actually heard of him, I saw him in interviews before I actually heard his music. Mm-hmm. I was like, I don't really like that dude's personality. So it's like,
you don't vibe with him.
Yeah, he kind of turned me off, like his personality. So I'm like, what the fuck am I listening to his music for?
What specifically turned you off?
I don't know. He feels like, to me, he feels like he has like this crazy type of Napoleon complex where he always has to prove himself, and maybe he does.
Napoleon.
Yeah.
You think he going through a little something?
Yeah.
Just saying, exactly. Man.
Yeah, it just feels like
he has some shortcomings.
Yeah. Another one.
I'm just saying, man. Like
it just so I mean, he wasn't, and I could be wrong or whatever, but it's just like, man, fuck it. And then I heard a couple, a couple of his features or whatever. I'm just like, that's not the type of shit I listen to or whatever. But anyway, like I don't wish nobody no harm in it like that. If you fucking like him, you like him. But what I'm trying to figure out is, like, how do you feel about cancel culture? Like, is
fake?
Is there somebody that's canceled? Like, is there somebody who did something so fucked up, just like, nah, fuck it, I can't listen to their shit no more?
The only person I think it really affected, because I think with cancel culture, it's like, it's here one moment and then it's gone the next. It's right. Like people forget about shit and they on to the next, especially with the younger generation. But I think the only one that really affected was Chrisette Michele when she did Trump's inauguration. Because that fucked her up all the way. Like, she's never been the same since.
Yeah.
She lost a lot of money.
Yeah, she did.
She should never took that check.
But she was so adamant about it. Because, like, the thing that fucks me up is that, I don't even think it's the fact that she did it. It was just, like, she was so defiant about not giving a fuck with her fan base. Like, she has to realize her.
And that's the key.
The people outside of her fan base that she was catering to.
That was the key.
They don't give a fuck.
They don't look.
They never cared about her.
Your fan base is predominantly black, and they like, you doing some fucked up shit, and then they take away, you know what I'm saying, their fandom away from you because you did some fucked up shit. Because everybody else you'll see can bounce back because they have a mixture. R. Kelly, though. They have a mixture of fans. I don't know, R. Kelly's different. You know what I'm saying? Because I think sometimes, R. Kelly is dope. You know what I'm saying? Dope artist.
But it took a long time, though. It took a long time because that shit came out a long time ago.
Because women be telling me, I never get rid of R. Kelly. I never get rid of Foreplay. I never get rid of
Really?
Remix to Ignition or whatever, like, because a little bit of R. Kelly's music, I think, has women digmatized. They get into a mood, and he's just that nigga. It don't really matter what the fuck he do.
R. Kelly was my shit. I ain't gonna go into too many details, but growing up thinking I was a fucking Mac, boy, I was a mixtape making motherfucker back in the day, boy.
You had a specific song? What was your jam?
Seems Like You Ready. Yeah, that was my shit.
To go all the way.
Yeah, that was my shit. Cause that came out.
You think that should be corny now if you just play that shit when a woman come over, and you have like in the background like your whole little fuck playlist?
Yo, it's crazy. I remember making voicemail like making a voicemail like, seems like you're ready. And then you just played it in the background like, yeah, baby, sorry I can't come to the phone, but try to call me back and I'll do what I can. You like some corny shit like that. Like, yo, shut your stupid ass up.
Oh shit. Hell, I might bring that back.
Do it. Hey, baby, sorry I couldn't come to the phone.
I think we was using like tape players back in the day, like when we was playing music in the background.
Yeah. And then you got lucky when you had a CD player to play the little CDs and shit like that.
Yeah, the little, if you want to make, what you call them? Love jams or some shit that you send a woman with all the music that you listen to, love music.
I used to make all them fucking mixtapes, boy. I used to put some shit together.
Now, I would say, like, if you got a fuck playlist, right? Is it always slow? Or do you have some beat it up jams on there?
Nah, it's gotta be slow. It gotta be slow.
You gotta switch up the stroke.
What the fuck you putting on? what you putting on? You put on some rap or some shit?
Come on, baby, it them daisies. Look at them girls with daisy dudes. Come on, you gotta switch it up. That shit go hard, but you gotta keep that hip moving.
You put on some Miami bass.
Look.
You got some Gatorade on the side. You got some water.
Oh hell yeah, that's when you know you're a professional. You know you're a professional.
Well, you got shit laid out on the side table.
You gotta have you a fucking small refrigerator. Gatorades and snacks and everything, baby. We ain't going out of this room. I even got some towels in the fucking corner.
You got some peanuts for energy and shit.
Get you some Red Bull. And then what you even
a towel warmer, you gotta have a towel warmer.
Well, if you're an older gentleman, you know what I'm saying, you gotta get you some blue chews.
Some pills up the
some
side.
pills, you know what I'm saying? Like some Spanish fly, some shit, boy. Have you up and ready. I'm saying keep it going all night long.
Yeah, you can't have them pills from the gas station, little bullshit ones that be next to that.
I've never tried it. But they don't have
no gas station pills.
They don't have them shits up there for nothing. They got a demographic. You know, so I done heard some horror stories that your dick be up like hours and shit, but it never goes down.
Late night, you coming from the club and you don't had too much Hennessy and shit.
The Henny dick.
You don't want that.
You don't want the Henny dick. I don't even drink.
You go to the gas station.
No,
like, yeah, let me go to get one of them ginseng
pills. I got one of my close friends, best friend Dre. That nigga drink from here to there, from like overseas and everywhere. And like he can just drink and he can probably fuck all night long or whatever. Me, I don't fuck with no fucking liquor if I'm trying to fuck.
Oh, you?
No.
Oh, you already know you.
No, I like to be sober. I want to have all my sensory and nerves together so I can navigate. Because I don't want to be slipping and sliding unless I want to slip and slide. It is what it is. But
you got to make all the moves calculated.
Nah, because like...
you got to move with precision.
What you call it? For me... Fucking liquor for me is like my kryptonite. So I can't really fuck around with liquor and try to put on my moves with it. I want to be in tip top shape.
Right. Yeah. I feel you. Yeah. I feel you. Ah, shit. What the fuck? So yes, just like what always, we always get way the fuck off. So we talking about drinking liquor and fucking.
The thing is, the subject changes.
The subject changes. Yeah.
You just go down a couple of rabbit holes.
So as far as counseling anybody, did you?
Cancel culture is bullshit.
I'm saying so. Period. You never. So there's nobody that like did anything like I can't fuck with that no more. Because like for me,
no, to me like
see, I think canceling somebody and personally not fucking with somebody is two completely different things. Like I think if you cancel somebody, and this is just my definition, if you canceling somebody, you you want to campaign, you like. I know you listen to that shit. You shouldn't listen to that shit. You know, you shouldn't fuck with that. You shouldn't do that. Like, I'm not canceling anybody. I'm just personally deciding to not listen to R. Kelly.
Because I'm not telling nobody what the fuck to do.
Yeah, I'm not online like, damn, yo dumb motherfuckers. Why y'all so listen to R. Kelly? Like, I personally don't listen to
That's
him.
their choice.
Exactly.
Even when I talk to women, like, I'm gonna keep playing my blah blah blah.
Yeah. Because
if it was me, and I'm fucking 9 inches deep in some sweet. And she got some R. Kelly in the background, I'm going to slip and slide and bump and grind. And I'm going to keep it going all night. I'm not going to be like, stop. We can't play this music right now because R. Kelly is playing right now.
Yeah.
No,
you can't. Stop. I can't listen to that.
I'm trying to bust a nut. Like, what the fuck I look like? And she's trying to bust one too. But I'm going to stop mid-stroke.
Like,
hell no. Keep that shit going. What the fuck I look like?
Yeah, so because I think like some people might want to... I know people trying to call for canceling Bill Cosby, and it's just
he still got his fans too.
I'm one of them, and it like I'm like me personally because I think some people can separate the art from the person, and regardless of like what he might have done, what he's been accused of, what he's currently in prison for,
Yeah.
I can completely separate that shit from who he was to me when I was growing up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's from Philly, me being from Philly, and it's not even just that or whatever. It's just like, he was like, and I know some people say like he was like a father because they didn't have their father in the house. My pop was in the house, like you know, I was always around my dad every single day or whatever. So it wasn't like Bill Cosby was like a surrogate father or nothing like that.
Yeah.
But it's just like seeing a black family on TV, and I didn't even think about it. It's like, you know, I'm hearing it now. I'm hearing it like a couple people were saying like that wasn't really a accurate depiction of a black family. Shit look fucking accurate to me. I don't
Especially
know what the
close to
fuck some
mine.
people be talking about.
But I mean, everybody got different backgrounds.
Yeah, but I mean, that wasn't my background. My parents weren't doctors and lawyers or no shit like that. But they were obviously a black family, a beautiful
Respectable.
black, yeah, respectable family or whatever. Like the mom, like she wasn't like no cornball. She got what you had. Like it's the shit that they would say was like the shit that my parents would say to me. Like
You relate to it.
It was completely relatable to me. Like the fact that they had way more money than we had. That was just one aspect of it. But they was a completely accurate black family to me. They just had way more money than we.
It wasn't which I think a lot of families are dysfunctional, but they were a functional family.
Yeah, a functional, and they had little slight dysfunctions or whatever because the show was based off, you know, Bill Cosby's real family and based off his comedy routine or whatever. So it was a lot of shit that he like added from his own, you know, family experience and stuff like that. But you know, back to the subject, or whatever. Like, I can separate those two things. Like, he was a one person on TV, and he's probably a completely different person off screen or whatever. But it's just like he's did so much for like the black community and a whole lot of other people. It's just like I can't see myself even thinking about canceling because I'm separating those two. Like, I can make a personal decision to say that it's not that it doesn't matter. Like, if he did what he did, it's not that it doesn't matter. It's just like he means so much to me on a personal level and on a professional level as far as his show, then I'm like, I still fuck with the Cosby Show. That shit come on reruns on like TV One or some shit like that. I'm watching it.
Yeah, me
don't give
too.
a fuck.
Whether it's Cosby or Martin or Different World, all of that shit, all the
Fresh
classic
Prince.
shows. Yeah, they classics.
Yeah, first. So
But I would say when you say separate the art from the person, me as a songwriter or whatever, I tend to lean differently when it comes to like R. Kelly or somebody. Because with music or whatever, if I hear certain lyrics and I'm like, damn,
R. Kelly's different.
You was talking about a little girl or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Just,
so it's like,
just like the song that I said,
can't fuck
seems
with
like
that.
you ready. It's like talking to a young chick. Like that was some he. I can't separate the art from the music because he didn't separate it. He was making songs about smashing young chicks, like underage girls. So I'm like, he was putting that shit in music the whole
like
time.
one of my favorite tracks that he wrote for Michael Jackson.
I thought you was about to say Aaliyah. Age ain't nothing but a number.
Not even that. I used to sing the song all the time. You Are Not Alone.
Right.
Everybody know that song. You Are Not Alone.
Yeah, I ain't gonna sing that shit.
You know what I'm
I'll
saying?
let you
Like-
handle the singing all.
But then I listen to the lyrics and I'm like, it sounds like you singing to a young girl. And I'm like, damn, I can't sing the song no more because I don't know what he talking about.
Yeah, so yeah, with him, you just can't separate that shit. It's just
Nah.
some things you can't separate. But like I would say I never canceled anybody. I just stopped fucking with people on a personal level.
Like
I've
even
never
with,
been on the
with
campaign.
Kanye, like when he was talking all of that shit.
He's not canceled, but I ain't fucking with him
Make
either.
America Great Again and shit. I was like, hey, what the fuck are you saying? Because Ye was my favorite rap artist.
Me
Then
too.
he came out that shit because I really don't listen to rap like that. I'm not like a rap connoisseur.
Right.
But when I listen to it, Ye was top of the list. Like I love Graduation. I can play that TD like all fucking day if I'm riding down the
Late
Mississippi or
registration,
whatever. Like
all the shit, yeah.
every track on there, I'm listening to the whole album.
And
I don't even fuck with it no more.
And see, the thing is, like, he was great to me. He was a great rapper to me because, like, he stood for something different. Like, he stood out. Like, he was champion, like, the people who are themselves. Like, I'm not I don't sell dope. You know, I'm not a thug. I'm not this. I'm not all the other things that all these other rappers profess to be, whether they telling the truth or not. Kanye didn't give a fuck. He was just like, I'm just a regular ass fucking dude. He was wearing pink polo. He was just doing shit that normal people do. Like, he spoke for the average rap consumer. And it's weird. It's like motherfuckers are listening to the hardest fucking rapper work at UPS. It's like, it's just weird. It's just weird that the shit that people don't want to listen to is like, you don't want to rap. You don't want to listen to somebody who talks like, who's more closer to what you would like. Like, it's nothing against Amigos or nothing like that, but it's just like, you listen to that shit all day. You ain't never fucking cooked no coke a day in your life. You ain't never shot nobody. your chick ain't the baddest chick. Like it's just like they
It's
talking
in your
about.
mind.
I guess it's aspirational. I guess yeah.
If you say it enough, it'll come true.
It's just weird, and it's the same thing with Kendrick Lamar. Like, there's no canceling, but I'm just talking about relatable rappers. Just like Good Kid, Mad City, that first album, that shit sounded exactly like my childhood. A lot of shit that he was saying was the shit that I went through. Like basically living in a rough neighborhood, because I grew up in like Southwest Philly. Like growing up in a neighborhood that was kind of rough or whatever. But you not really being that bad kid, you not really being with the shits. Like you not really fucking with a whole lot of shit or whatever, or doing the shit that like the drug dealers in your neighborhood is doing,
Yeah.
but you still being immersed in that culture. Like that's what he was talking about on the album, and that I was that kid. So it's like I can relate to shit like that. So it's just weird that people don't fuck with, regular rap like the shit that Kanye was doing in his early days and the shit that Kendrick, he got his fans or whatever. But it's just weird that people like that regular relatable rap is not more popular.
Nah, because you need some shit that you can glamorize. I mean, even when I was younger, like playing sports, whatever, football or whatever, they used to call me like Hollywood because I would wear these sweaters, like turtleneck sweaters. And before like football games, instead of listening to rap or whatever, I'm listening to R&B or some old school shit.
Right. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, really the rap, I can never really relate to it because it wasn't my life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, grew up in a 2-parent household. You know what I'm saying? My mom, my dad been together since middle school. So it's like...
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah, my parents been...
Since middle school?
Since middle school.
Wow.
And it's like, even when I'm looking for relationships or whatever, I really not really looking right now because if it doesn't hold account to what they have as a marriage, you know what I'm saying, being together. Because I believe in marriage. Right. But I ain't fixing my mouth up for marriage because I ain't ready for marriage. Yeah. And I'm out here like, even to be with a woman, whatever, if she's not anything with the mentality that my mom has, right, classy lady, you know what I'm saying, like all about family and stuff like that, smart, strong and everything, I'm not even looking at a woman like that.
And it's just not hard to find. It's just like it's funny that you got basically the same background. It's like I'm saying your parents been together since middle school. My parents been together since they met when they was in their 20s. My parents knew each other for 6 months before they got married. 6 months before they got married.
Don't take long.
And they've been together. So shit, they've been together. They've been married 43 years.
Damn.
And it's crazy. It's just like this shit can't. It's not like it can't happen. And I've been married going on 13 years, happily fucking married.
But I think it's different today because with us in social media, we have so many outlets and we're connected to everybody where we feel like we got all of these options. And most of these options are fake options. Right. They're not real options. Right. And a lot of people, it's not a lot of genuine people out here. A lot of it's smoke and mirrors. You know what I'm saying? You see that fine ass girl with the big ass or whatever, and you think, oh, this is the one. Like, nah, bro. She ain't the one. Right. So it's like, in the olden days, all they had was probably small towns and small communities where they gravitate toward each other. Us, we looking for, oh, if my dude and my girl fuck up one time, like, nah, I'm out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Because
like,
it's way too much It's way too much stimuli out there. It's way too much.
I can find something better than you. And then you get out there, you like, shit.
Ain't nothing better.
Ain't nothing better.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like, we kind of fucking ourselves. And you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody has a role where people say, oh, we should have like genderless roles and stuff like that. I'm like, when it comes down to it,
yeah, I don't know about that. I don't
really believe in that shit.
All of that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A man has a place and a woman has her place. Because I didn't seen it work for fucking years. Yeah. Just like with your parents, you probably didn't see how shit works for years. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what lasts. And then we get out here and the divorce rate and everything is high as shit. Yeah. But yet we trying to glamorize, oh, this person right here's relationship goals. Don't even knows what the fuck is going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, because for a long time, fucking Will and Jada was relationship goals for a lot of people.
I mean, shit. I mean, I'm up for entanglements. Ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of entanglements.
As soon as I said that shit, I was just like, nah, that might be your shit, though.
No, look. I'm just fucking around. That's not something. Look.
I said, what'd Joe say? Comedy style.
No, I'm just saying, like, everybody's different. We have polyamory. We got all different types of relationships that we can form because you do what's best for you. Yeah. Don't do what's best for everybody because mostly everybody's fucking miserable. Do shit that makes you happy.
And see, the thing is, I think the major thing is that people have to live by the rules. Like the couple has to live by certain rules. Like as long as they're both on the same level.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck what anybody else.
Keep everybody at your fucking business.
Yeah. That I think that's the detriment of a lot of people. People put way too many people in a business. Like, honestly, like I'm super happily married, but it's like when there are times when we don't see eye to eye. I'm not going telling nobody. I'm not gonna tell my mom that shit.
Keep that shit in house.
Yeah, I'm not talking to to my kids. I don't even tell you a whole bunch of stuff. Like it's been times where things wasn't.
But you was like, damn, I can't get it up tonight.
No.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, I don't have them here, but I heard you get you some blue chews.
No. Ain't having that problem yet, brother. Hey, I'm only 40. Shit. 40 feeling like 20, so I'm good on that. I ain't gonna hit the gas station up just yet.
Girl, let me tell you, last night, Warren wasn't able to get that shit up.
Hell nah.
That shit was soft as salami, girl.
Not yet. We it hasn't come to that yet.
There ain't nothing coming. I'm just saying.
Hell no. Nah, it ain't no. Nah, when it go down, it ain't no. Nah. I'm not getting that yet.
Oh shit! Try to get it up, your dick like
nope.
Dick like
nope.
Come on, boy, come on.
Nope.
I am tired.
Nope.
Bro, you a bad influence. I said I wasn't gonna be talking like this on this damn podcast, bro. I said I was trying to keep it clean.
It is what it is. That shit. Look, that's the whole thing about like the podcast. It's like free your mind.
Free my mind.
You know what I'm saying? Like, look, like me. I'm Craig right now.
Right.
I ain't got shit to do. I ain't got no job. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna chill out and relax, talk to my boy. I ain't got nothing to smoke right now, but I probably need to be smoking some shit.
See, this drink got me
but
talking.
I'm chilling. I am chilling.
Yeah, but honestly, being on this pod is fucking amazing though. Like I really do enjoy this because I probably said this on the last pod too. This is what we do anyway. We gonna sit around and talk and bullshit anyway. We might as well have some mics up and entertain everybody. Yeah, so I
don't
like
even know if people find this entertaining, but you know what?
I do.
But you know what? It don't matter.
Yeah.
Because I think even with me, like, going through my situation with my job, whatever, people can relate to this shit. And just know that it's not the fucking end of the world.
No,
it's
not.
Look, you just restarting, and then you going from there.
Yeah.
And do what the fuck you want to do. Do what the fuck you love and enjoy doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody can relate to that shit.
Yeah. And honestly, like, there's a whole bunch of other ways of making money. Like, that wasn't the first job you ever had. It's not the last job you ever had. Yeah.
I'm a man. Like...
Yo, so there's different ways of pivoting. Shit. Did you hear about Coming to America too?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's a perfect segue. Coming to America.
Shit. So Amazon. So it's reported that Amazon bought it for $125 million, and it said the estimated production cost was $28 million.
Damn, they made bank then.
So that's a fucking come up for them.
That's a come up.
It's a real come up. So, like, of course you saw the original. Like, the original was a fucking classic.
Fucking classic. I can watch that shit today.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's weird.
I love me some Lisa. Lisa was so fine.
What is she doing? Yeah. So as far as the premise for Coming to America 2, I want to say is basically, I think the King Joffrey Joe, Eddie Murphy's character's father is dying. But then at the same time, they find out that that Eddie Murphy's character has a son in America that he didn't even know about, and so him and Simi are supposed to be going to America, coming back to America because he was coming in America.
He was sowing his royal oats. You remember that shit, right?
I remember that shit.
Sow your royal oats.
But it seemed like he didn't really do it. But I guess it was some little side scene where he actually, he hit something up. So he got his son out there, and he's supposed to be bringing his son, back to Zamunda.
Do you know if everybody coming back?
I don't even know. Like because they really didn't release everybody, but I know they got a whole bunch of new characters. It's like Jeremy Fowler is supposed to be on it. He's supposed to be the son. Wesley Snipes is supposed to be in it. It's a whole bunch of people supposed to be in this movie, and I think they filmed some of it in Rick Ross's mansion out here in Georgia. So it's like, honestly, I don't really have a whole lot of high expectations for it. I'm gonna see it. I'm definitely gonna see it.
Yeah.
Especially since it's gonna be on Amazon. And so
it's on Amazon Prime?
Yeah. No, I don't know. You probably still gotta pay for it.
So Netflix didn't buy it.
No, Amazon bought it.
Okay.
And it's supposed to be released December 18th.
Even if I have to pay for it, I'm gonna pay for it.
I got to. Yeah.
If I gotta
Honestly,
pay for it, I'm
me,
pay for it.
for me, that's gonna be a day one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna see that.
As soon as it drops, I gotta see. I gotta see it just to see it.
Support black people. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the goal. But
Especially
I mean, that's
for
a
them having that
classic.
come up like that too, though. I mean, for them to produce it for 28 and
It's
sell
coming
it for
to
100,
it's coming to America.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. But I don't know. Honestly, sometimes I don't really love when they make a sequel to a movie like 20 something years later. Because I remember seeing a movie in the theater. I remember seeing that movie in it came out in 1989. I remember sitting in the theater watching. I was like 8 when
you
that shit
old,
came out.
old.
Hell yeah,
I watched
old
that shit
as
on
fuck.
TV.
Yeah, I watched that shit. I remember seeing that. I remember seeing that when I was 8 years old. Like
Damn.
I still remember sitting in the theater watching that shit. So it's just like I just don't want them to fuck up a classic. But at the same time, I guess we gotta stop thinking like that. If this movie, which I think is gonna be great, it should be great. But even if it's not, it doesn't fuck up the original. It's like you know how some people be like, oh, that ruined my child when the Ninja
James
Turtles
Earl
movie
Jones
came
coming
out.
back too. He got to be King Joffrey, right?
Yeah, he's got to be. But I think
They better not have no standing because I'm gonna be like pissed.
nah, yeah, well, unless they, yeah, because he's still James Earl Jones is still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like he's got to be in it. Yeah, yeah. There's I don't think there's any reason why he wouldn't be in it. But yeah, it's just a weird it's a weird premise for this movie for him to have like a oops baby that he didn't even know about, and all of a sudden, and it's weird because
I mean, was they really rocking condoms back in that day?
no, but he was sleeping with his assistants or whatever, like the chicks that was like washing him up in the bathtub.
Shit, who wouldn't?
He was smashing.
Your Highness?
Yo, that was like the first scene,
Your
right?
royal penis is
the
clean?
royal penis is clean.
I look down. Nah, it's still a little bit dirty. Go
He was
ahead,
like,
clean
"Thank
it
you."
again. Take your time with it. Massage it a little bit. Get up in there.
Missed the spot.
Yeah, slow it down, girl. You're splashing too much. You're splashing too much. Get down up in there. Yeah, put it between your toes a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like just play with it a little
Oh, that's
bit.
how they do it over there.
Hey, anything goes down in the rose petals within the
In the
water. You know what I'm
Zamunda.
saying? Like
It goes down in Zamunda.
it's clean now, girl. It's clean. It's clean.
Yeah, so this shit. Yeah, so it should be. Like I said, it should be a good movie. I think it's gonna be pretty good. But regardless, I'm gonna watch it day one.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it too.
And then I think another acquisition. I don't know if Amazon bought this. I don't even know if anybody is actually because I don't think it started being developed yet. But just recent news, Michael B. Jordan is actually developing a Static Shock movie, and I think it has potential to be dope. Like because Static started off as a comic book by Milestone Comics, and Reggie Hudlin is actually gonna help him. Is gonna assist in I don't know if he's gonna be the director, but I think he's gonna produce it also.
I don't know about that.
You're not excited about it?
I mean, just because it's Michael B. Jordan, I mean, he don't have enough cachet for me to
I can
give him like the benefit of the doubt.
I can kind of understand that because honestly, like he was dope as Killmonger, but if you go back a little
Yeah.
bit further, what has he been in it? What has he been in? It was like really great because like I first remember seeing him in The Wire. He was Wallace in The Wire, and he was amazing.
But was he directing? and
No.
producing?
He was a little kid. He was like fucking like he was like a teenager. He was like 13 or some shit like that. Yeah, but you're talking about him being a producer because the last project that he produced under his title, because I forgot what his
Did he produce Ken?
Outlier Society. I think he did. I think that was part of his. But you didn't even see that though, right?
Yeah, I saw it.
You saw? Did you like it?
I liked it, but I felt like it was a prequel to a good movie.
Yeah, I remember you saying that because there's this picture that came out around the time when they was filming Black Panther, and he had his locks in his hair and he had this fucking crazy ass suit, and I thought that was an alternative suit for him as Killmonger, but it wasn't. It was from that movie.
Cause that ending, it was like, bruh.
That shit, yeah, that should have been.
I wanted to see what was happening next.
because I really thought they was trying to track the black kid down and kill him.
Yeah,
But kind of find out, spoiler alert if you haven't seen this movie, probably a lot of people haven't.
yeah.
But the kid that they're chasing, they has like this crazy ass space gun or whatever, is from their dimension or some shit like
different
that.
world.
And they brought him there to protect him or something like
Yeah.
that. And that, like Michael B. Jordan wasn't playing his father, right? He was just playing like one of the soldiers and from his
Recon. They
dimension.
were trying to bring him back or something like that. But I don't know what the fuck. They could have killed off the whole prequel and gave me like what the fuck was going on the other world.
Yeah. Yeah, because it was like a crazy secret war going on. Yeah, yeah, because the movie that actually came out, Ken, it was kind of slow. It was kind of like a
Yeah, it was slow.
build up. But once you saw Michael B. Jordan and his
Then
partner,
Zoe Kravitz playing that.
yeah, she was.
Yeah.
She was the girl. She was the one that was like kind of protecting him. She was kind of helping protect him. It was like some white dude.
That was his brother.
That was like his brother. Yeah, and then Zoe Kravitz was like the girlfriend or whatever, and they was both protecting.
She was a stripper in that movie, I think.
I think she was.
I think she a stripper or a prostitute, one of those.
I think she might have been a stripper. Damn, but she's gonna be a good Catwoman now. Are you excited about that?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Her as Catwoman, tasty.
Yeah. Whenever the fucking movie comes out though, because it's gonna be a while. Cause what else was she in? She was in I know she's been in some other stuff. She was in X-Men. Remember? She was that fair. She had the wings and she was a stripper in that too. Remember?
I mean, she make a dope
She,
stripper.
she was in God, it was one of them X-Men movies. It was like Days of Future Past.
It could have.
And she had those wings and she took off her jacket or whatever and she started flying.
I don't remember her though.
She wasn't in it a whole lot though. Yeah, she wasn't in it a whole lot. But she was
She
in that
was
movie.
in those Divergent movies.
Was she?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see all of them now. I saw the first one. I didn't see the rest of them.
Yeah,
Were the movies good?
Yeah, that movie's pretty good.
See,
I'm not even gonna lie.
See, I remember watching Hunger Games. Hunger Games is my shit. And I didn't expect to like that.
Or was it the Hunger Games?
I don't know. I don't think it was Hunger Games. It might have been a Divergent.
It might have. I'm thinking it was Divergent movies.
Yeah, it might have been a Divergent. But then she's in that show, the HBO show, I think Pretty Little Liars or some shit like that. I heard she's pretty good in that.
Really?
I haven't seen it though. Yeah, I just know it's an HBO show. But yeah, so as far as Coming to America, I'm definitely gonna watch that movie when it comes out. So it comes out December 18th. Even if I gotta pay for that shit, like on top of my Amazon Prime subscription, I'm definitely gonna watch it. As far as Static Shock, I'm just excited to see what they do because I remember Jaden Smith was actually he was connected to the role. Like people were trying to connect him to the role, saying that he should be
Yeah,
Static.
she was in the Divergent movies.
She was.
Yeah.
She had a huge role in it, or it was just like support.
She was in multiple movies, I believe. So.
Okay. I don't know. I might go back and watch it. And don't shit.
Nah,
take
the
too
movies,
long.
the movies pretty damn good. I ain't gonna trip.
Okay. Shit, that's good.
If you like the Hunger Games, you'll like those movies.
Yeah, I mean, because I want to say I saw the first one, but I would have to just go back and completely watch those. I mean, because I did like those, like the Hunger Games, Divergent, Maze Runner. That was another dope series.
Yeah.
It's kind of along the same lines, like young adult kind of dystopian future type shits or whatever. So as far as the expectations, like, do you think that this is going to be like Coming to America 2 is going to be like the cultural phenomenon that the first one was? Like, do you think it's going to be like stir up a whole lot of like for the culture type shit?
We'll see.
Or you think it's just going to come and go?
Well, it's like this. The black cinema has really stepped up the game. So it's like if y'all don't come with it, we definitely gonna criticize the movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Black people are put at the forefront, which is dope. You know what I'm saying? So and everybody's elevating. You know what I'm saying? Cinema, and we finally getting our just due. So as it being Coming to America, we gonna give it respect. But if it don't have a good storyline or shit don't make sense,
Black Twitter is gonna fucking light.
we gonna light that shit up. We gonna light that motherfucker up.
Light that motherfucker up, boy. Because like, there's no reason why this movie shouldn't be good. It's way too many people. Like Denzel Washington's gonna be in it. Jeremy,
Denzel?
I mean, I'm tripping. My bad. Wesley.
Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, my bad.
Okay,
I don't know how the fuck I
pause?
mixed those two up. Yeah, I don't know how the fuck I mixed those two up. Those two are true legends, but completely different.
What
though.
you sipping on again?
Yeah, too much. I got some beer. I got some rum over here. Yeah, this shit is not.
Yeah, you don't mix up Wesley and Denzel.
I
Like
don't know how the fuck I did that.
that's apple to oranges.
Yeah, I really don't.
Great
know.
actors, but still, like, come on now.
Shit, what's the last thing Denzel was in? Oh, that shit when he was God, what the fuck is the name of that movie? That movie series? It was the Equalizer.
Equalizer.
Those was actually pretty good.
I never saw the second one.
Yeah, that was a pretty
It was a
good
good one?
It wasn't as good as the first one. Like the first one was a fucking that shit was insane. The second
Yeah.
one was like, they spent too much time. He was trying to like blend back in.
I
To
mean,
be like a
has
regular family
Denzel
dude.
ever made a movie that was garbage?
I'm sure he has. I can't think. Everybody has. I can't think of one. Now, so I don't know if you've seen this movie. It was a movie with him. Was it him and Gerard Butler? Where he was he was like stuck in like this. It's called Virtuosity.
I think I did see it, but
You remember seeing that? Because it's an old movie. Like I think it came out in like the 90s or whatever. Now I thought that was a good movie, but I don't think it did very well though. But I like that shit though. Because he was like a serial killer and they was like trapped in like this virtual world and
Denzel played a serial killer.
no. I want to say it was Gerard Butler. He was playing a serial killer, and they was trapped in like this. I can't even remember what the. I might have to watch that shit tonight. But yeah, he was stuck in like this
I ain't
virtual
watching
world.
shit tonight. But
Oh,
that Lovecraft.
That's
country,
gonna be in. Is this the finale? I thought it was the finale
this
last time.
is the fucking finale.
I don't see how though.
We might have to wrap this shit early because
What the fuck? I mean, what can they do? Like, because there's so much
They
that
gonna
they
look,
have to wrap up.
they
They're
gonna
not
leave-
even close to
they
coming
gonna
to the
leave
end.
us on a fucking cliffhanger.
I know they are. I know they are.
You know what I'm saying?
And
It
they-
is what it is.
And I know they announced that they got renewed, but they haven't announced that they started filming again.
I think I'm gonna watch like when it's done, like the full entire
I'm
season over
definitely-
again.
I'm definitely gonna watch it over again.
It's that damn good.
Especially knowing the little bit of like Black history that I know, like a lot of this shit that was actually true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta watch it.
Shout out to I think her name is Misha Green, the showrunner.
Yeah.
For Lovecraft Country.
She did an amazing,
Dope ass amazing job.
amazing job. And I'm gonna tell you one thing.
Like, what do I gotta do to get with you to get me on Lovecraft Country?
That'd be dope.
Shit.
You should do it.
Shit.
Should do it. They about to make that call because I know they listen.
Hey.
Well,
Just
she
let
got a
me- let
podcast
me
too,
know.
right? Yeah, matter of
She
fact, I
do?
heard, yeah, because
I
they
don't
have a
know.
Lovecraft Country podcast.
Yeah, Lovecraft Country Radio.
Yeah, is Misha Green on there? I want to say she is. I
I
want
don't
to say
think
she's one of
so.
the people. It's 2 women on there.
I don't think it's her though.
Okay.
And they do a dope job. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Breaking down everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, because honestly, like for me, it's just watching a show. I'm watching it. It's entertainment. And it's just like every once in a while, I see all these powerful Black women, you know, these figures on it. And I'm like, oh shit, like the motorcycle. What do they call it? The motorcycle woman of Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I didn't even know that was a real person. I just thought that was a powerful Black woman riding a motorcycle, you know, by herself through Jim Crow South. I didn't know she was a real fucking national legend.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was a damn legend, yo. So it like I appreciate the show, you know, entertaining us, but actually giving us a little bit more of our Black history. And on top of that, it's just like the last episode where they showed the massacre and of Black Wall Street. That was the
Yeah.
last episode. When
Yeah.
Letty was walking, yo, just
Look.
like you said on Twitter, yo, she was running a whole goddamn series, and all of a sudden, when she needs to haul ass, she walking through the fire like
Put a
fucking
pimp
Rihanna or
in
some
your
shit.
motherfucking step, lady. Like, I wanted to go old school and give me a leather belt and probably
Get
wax
your
her.
ass.
Get your ass in that fucking portal.
Get your ass in the house. Yeah. Fucking Hippolyta's up there, got fucking
Yeah.
white snot dripping out her nose. She fucking having spasms and shit like that. And she's
Like, what's
strolling.
taking you so fucking long?
Like what happened to you? Like I know she had some traumatic shit, but why you walking?
Girl, what the
why
fuck?
you walking? What the fuck is going on? Oh my God. Like I couldn't, I'm sitting there yelling at the screen. Yo,
Like, was you testing your powers or some shit? What the fuck were you
I don't
doing?
know what the fuck she was doing. She knew she couldn't get hit, so she just gonna stroll.
Strolling.
Yeah. Yeah, that shit was a trip.
That's what you call a walk of shame right there. Like, damn, get your ass through that fucking portal.
She was just, yeah, and then it's like, I mean, because she had to convince that family because it was like some time travel, like, because it was basically a time machine. So they used that portal to go back to the massacre of Black Wall Street or whatever, and telling those people, like, yeah, you died in the past, so you're going to have to fucking stay in here and die again. I'm like,
Like, listen.
that'd be some shit to tell. I'm like, no, fuck that.
I mean, I know you took an L. Baby, you're going to just have to hold that L.
You just going to have to hold it. Here, take this, hold that L.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, look, I know within the next minute or so, this dude gonna come to the door. He gonna shoot you in the head. But I just need that book. If you can just give me that book, and I'll be on
And
my
as soon
way.
as she was asking about that book, she was like,
I got a bad feeling about this.
Exactly, bro. Man, what the fuck? What the fuck?
told her she had to just stay there and die all over again. Her and her whole damn family.
I would say like, that episode was so deep and educational.
See, that's why I say like, and not to cut you off, but I remember when Watchmen, when the TV show on HBO, you know, and it's weird that two shows
Did the same thing.
about black people are talking about the same massacre. And then now I know it's been a long time coming because a lot of people, that was their first time actually even knowing that was a real event that actually happened.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's weird that two shows on HBO that center around black people are actually addressing that, you know, that traumatic event. But with Watchmen, you say it was worth it. I don't think it was worth it seeing it in the Watchmen. Well,
But you never finished it.
That's true. I never did finish it, but watching it on Lovecraft Country, it was just as traumatic for me to watch it. But it
Beautiful.
worked.
It was
It
beautiful.
worked. Yeah, it made sense in the context of the story that they were trying to tell for me. So like I forgave them for like making me fucking damn near tear up and start crying and shit. Like it's hard watching that shit, but at the same time, for the story that they were telling, I respect the storytellers and like.
Yeah.
I get what you're going for. I get what you're not just doing it just to try to tug at our emotions or whatever. There's a reason why you're telling this story. Yeah, and showing me all of this stuff.
I wanted to side note, I think one of the most beautiful scenes was with Montrose and Tick. Like that was a deep fucking scene, you know what I'm saying? Like Tick is pretty much, you know what I'm saying,
You talking about when he sees his father, when he sees what happened to his father?
Not just that, when Montrose is trying to tell him, like, man, like, I've been gay all my life, basically. But I was trying to be straight for you. I always wanted to be your daddy. And the thing was, he had to suppress his sexuality just to feel like he was a whole man in front of his son.
Yeah.
And, like, you don't know what people go through and, like, what demons they battling. You saw your fucking friend get shot in the fucking face right in front of you.
Right in front of you.
That's so fucking traumatic.
Honestly, there's a lot of layers to that though.
It's so much.
Because it's true. What Montrose is saying is true, and that is his truth. But does that remove it doesn't relieve him of of the pain that he inflicted on his son for whatever he was going through. So it's just like it's true. It is his truth or whatever. But at the same time, it doesn't relieve him of the pain that he inflicted on the people around him because he was going through his own shit.
You're right.
It is true.
Yeah, you're right.
It is true that and even when you see Montrose as a kid and he's getting his ass beat from his dad, it's like that shit was passed down. It's just like you have to be the change that you want to see.
Learned behavior.
Is learned behavior, and it can affect some people, and some people can look at it like I'm sure there's plenty of fathers, black fathers, white fathers, whatever, who said my dad was never around. I'm gonna, and then it makes you, it kind of splits you. It's like either you say my dad was never around, fucking I'm just gonna do the same shit, or my dad was never around, I'm gonna make sure I never emulate him. I'm never gonna be like him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So some people take the same lessons and go different ways. It all depends on what you do with that.
I'm gonna just leave it as hurt people.
Hurt people. Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So
because I think even Tick watching a scene where they're watching young Montrose get beat by his father. I know it sparked something in Tick. Like I get it. It was hard for him to watch it because, and I don't even know if it was Tick looking at it like I see myself in my young father, therefore I forgive him, or I see what you did to me and it reminds me of what you did to me. You know what I'm saying? So it could have, like, you don't know what it's gonna do. And now Tick is, he, like, we do realize that when he went through the portal, he found out that he has a son. So it's like, what type of father will Tick be because of the generations of trauma that he's experienced in his own family? How is that?
But that was the thing. He was never a father.
Who, Tick? No, he realized that the Lovecraft Country book.
He met his son, but Tick died in the Equinox.
Right.
So he never really knew his son.
Yeah. Now, is that going to change? Because
I'm thinking like the whole multiverse or some shit, or if they gonna do some shit within the past that kind of like fuck up everything.
It's so crazy that I was not going to watch this show because this show is giving me all this shit. Like, I don't know if anybody who listening saw that meme where it's a young black girl and she like, I want black vampires, I want this, I want to see black people out in space and all that. That's me. You know that's me. I've been screaming that shit forever. I want to see black people not just battle racism and like, Jim Crow. Like, I want to see us as astronauts and fucking fighting aliens and doing all the other shit that everybody else gets to do. This show was giving me all them fucking vibes that I wanted. You seen a black woman as
you know what?
Big...
I think it would have been a disservice to me to not tell you to go watch this fucking show. But the other part of me, I should have kept this shit to myself.
Hell nah. There's no way you could have did that shit. But see, no, but the ironic thing though is that I knew about this show when it was in development.
Yeah, me too. I saw the trailer, I'm like, I gotta watch that shit.
I knew about this shit.
And I actually forgot about it, but then I was on Facebook one day, and one of my Facebook friends posted about it, and I asked her, I was like, "Yo, is this show any good?" And then a friend of hers commented under the comment like, "Go watch this fucking show. This shit is on point." And I was like, if it ain't good, I'm gonna come back and say fuck both of y'all. But I watched that shit, I was like, hey y'all, this shit is on fucking point. And I've been posting this shit since I started watching it on Facebook, and everybody was like, nigga, why you keep talking about this show? Let me go check this show out.
Yeah.
Let me go check it out. And they started watching it like, bro, this shit is fucking amazing. Like, fuck.
And I still kind of regret that I didn't watch it all the way through. Like, I just don't like ruining my watching experience. But watching the first 10 minutes of it was exactly what I was trying to avoid. They don't fight in racism. They don't fight in Jim Crow.
Yeah.
They, like, fucking where the monsters at? And I cut it off.
Sometimes you got to go through some shit in order to get to some shit.
I know, and I cut it right off right before they got with the shits. Like, it's right before, like, all this shit that I wanted happened. I cut it off. I was like, man, they go into a diner. Of course, they're gonna.
That's what I'm saying. I should have kept this shit to myself.
Shit, you could have did that shit. There's no, you'd have been talking about this shit every fucking time. Every time we talk, you'd have been talking about this shit.
Nah, I mean, I have other people that I've gotten hooked on it. Like my brothers and sisters, they on my fucking HBO Max account.
Yeah,
and make sure y'all asses don't be on there tonight. Look, this is fucking season finale. Y'all better not have y'all ass on my fucking account when I'm watching my shit. Cause I'm gonna change my fucking password. Get the fuck off my account.
Yo, you logged me into your HBO Max account on my iPad. I was gonna sneak create me an account. Yo, that shit was fucking full. They was like, yo, there was no options to create another account. You got like 50 motherfuckers on your shit.
And the thing I don't like is my brother. He talking about this room 141 or some shit. That's
104.
104.
Yeah.
Like, y'all watch this shit? You know, I'm like, nah, man, I haven't watched it. And then I go back to my account, and all I see is motherfuckers watching room 104 on my account. Like, nigga, get the fuck off my account. I created you a profile. Stay on your fucking profile.
I hate that.
I can't stand that shit.
I know I shouldn't.
Or if somebody on Lovecraft Country and they watch the episodes before me on my profile, get the fuck off my account.
Yeah. I know I shouldn't care, but I hate that. I hate anybody watching. It's even YouTube. Even YouTube.
They'll start recommending me shows, and I'm like, this ain't the shit I watch. What the fuck are y'all doing?
Because, like, okay, so me and my wife, like, watch YouTube on a Fire Stick. So every once in a while, she might accidentally, like, watch, like, Divorce Court or some shit like that on my profile.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, they suggesting a whole bunch of, like, couples court and all this other. I'm like, that shit fucking bothers me. I'm like, all I want to see is camera reviews and all this other. I don't want to see no extra shit on my
what if
shit.
you like straight lace, you know what I'm saying? You come back and you about to get on your Netflix or your YouTube or whatever. And you watch, skateboard videos or whatever.
Yeah.
You come back, you got a lady coming through and you see like butts and guts or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't watch this shit. And she looking at you like, what the fuck is up with you? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Stay off my shit. Because usually, because we sharing like a 404 creators profile. If I watch some certain shit, I'll go back in the history and I'll delete it.
Not every time. Because sometimes before you sometimes before you delete it, I'll see this already on there. But it'd still be the same type of stuff.
Yeah.
Now if you're watching twerking videos and I'm like, no, that ain't me. No,
so this is shit that get your dick on hard.
I'm like,
this is shit that get you up.
I was not watching that shit.
You don't need no blue shoes for this. You don't need no Viagra for this. I see your ugly ass. What the fuck you doing?
No, I'm like, man, I was not watching that shit. That was not me.
Oh shit.
She was like, yeah, whatever, motherfucker. That was you.
He'll tell her, I don't watch shit, but he'll go back and watch it. Damn, this is not that bad.
I was not watching that shit. That was not me.
Shit.
I watch skateboard shit and I watch camera reviews.
Nigga, he get that clip, he probably put it in his little edit software. Let me slow mo.
I was not watching that shit.
Oh shit.
So I've been having this conversation with a couple people. So just recently, Monique just got like a legal victory. So what recently happened is that, well, I'm pretty sure you and the audience knows that I think it was about like 2 years ago, Monique filed a case against Netflix. She was basically like, she was asking for all of us to boycott Netflix. And she also was like pursuing like damages legally because she's claiming racial and gender bias against Netflix because she was offered, like, she was basically given like a lowball offer for one of her comedy specials, and she's claiming that, you know, she was only offered what, like $500,000.
That's it.
Only offered $500,000, and like other people like Amy Schumer and like these are the people that she mentioned: Amy Schumer, Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock, and she's comparing herself to them.
Those don't go together.
Why do you say that?
There's Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock. Amy Schumer's over here. You don't need to mix them two together.
Okay. So I think what she's doing is like she's looking at it like like a.
I'm saying in regards to like
them being legends.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I'm not even looking at it like that. I'm taking legend. I'm taking because I don't think Amy Schumer is funny, but but it doesn't matter though. Millions of people do, and this may be controversial.
Just because millions do don't mean that shit right.
Okay.
I mean, look at our president.
Okay, yeah, exactly. but even with this, I'll say this too. I don't think Dave Chappelle is funny anymore, and I know you don't. I know.
Nigga, what?
I don't.
Nigga, what?
I don't. And he was, to me, he was one of my favorite comedians. I'm talking about way back. I'm talking about like back in the days when he was doing the comedy special, like killing them softly. Like he was my favorite comedian. Absolutely. Like how high? Not how high. God, what was that movie that he was in when he was selling drugs, selling weed with Half Baked? That was my shit. Like I watched that a million fucking times or whatever. But it's just like I don't think his comedy style is completely different than it was back then.
The thing is, Dave Chappelle has,
and even a Chappelle show, I've watched that a million times.
He's matured as a comedian. His audience has matured. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
it seems like nowadays he's not even doing comedy. He's just up there just talking,
saying some real shit because we in real times.
But I want a fucking comedian though.
You got one as a president.
Yeah, that motherfucker is a clown. He ain't no comedian. He's a fucking clown. He's a clown. Yeah, he ain't no damn comedian. But I don't know. It's just different. But my personal preferences aside, I'm just looking at the numbers. Just looking at the analytics of the amount of money that they bring in with their comedy series or whatever.
Long story short, are you trying to get to a point where you think they gave her a fair offer?
No, I don't think they gave her a fair offer. But I don't think that she can't compare herself. She can't compare herself to Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, and Amy Schumer. Just on a number standpoint, like if you put down a stat sheet of what Monique has brought in, the revenue that she's brought in, like just take her name off of that shit and just put it on the table in front of an accountant. They will be like Netflix accountant will say, this person right here does not deserve the amount of money that you gave that person there. Just analytically, like if you just look at the numbers, Monique has not saying that she can't. I'm just saying what she has not done. Like if she goes on a 50 city tour run or goes on these runs like Dave Chappelle and all of them.
But still, 500,000 is a low ball.
It's low, but I don't think that she should even mention those other comedians because if you're gonna say I deserve what they get because I'm a legend like them, you have to do the numbers like they do. You can't just walk in the door and be like I should get what they get. No, you got to do what they do. Like that's my whole thing.
Yeah, I mean but the thing is with I think what Dave Chappelle is he did 2 or 3 specials, but the thing was he sold those to Netflix.
That's what I'm saying. He sold those to Netflix, but he was on a tour. Like he put together his own tour. And sold out like stadiums and arenas and shit like that. And then he sold those to Netflix. Personally, I don't think Monique is the funniest person in the world, but she has a lot of fans. And I think
she got her fans.
She can do that though. But it's like, so if you look at her for like the last 2 years when she started the Netflix, when she tried to start the Netflix boycott, if you see her on TV, she's not funny at all. Like she's not even showing that she deserves what she's asking for. Like she's not funny. Like if you didn't know she was a comedian, then if you didn't know who Monique was, you wouldn't know she was a comedian based off her TV experiences. And she's in front of millions of people. Like she's on The View, she's on Steve Harvey's show, she's on all these shows. She has an opportunity to say, these motherfuckers didn't think I was worth it. Let me show you that I'm worth it. Now she ain't got to fucking shuck and jive on it like that, but fucking be the funny person that she normally is.
Yeah.
And she just did. I think that was just a wasted opportunity for her to be so serious on these shows when she could have just showed that she was worth this money.
Even before all of this shit transpired, if they would have had a Monique special on Netflix, I probably wouldn't watch it.
Why not?
Because she really wasn't my cup of tea.
Mine either. But I know she has her fans though.
Yeah.
So I'm just taking a personal shit aside. Like she wasn't a comedian for me. I never thought she was the most hilarious person in the world. Like I didn't watch the Parkers and nothing like that. That just wasn't my show.
I watched the Parkers. It's classic.
Yeah.
But I think it's still the same trope of the BBW.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The big black woman. Like,
Right.
she
Yeah.
played that part for so long. Talking about you skinny bitches or whatever. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
But she had her fans, like she had her followers, like with doing that type of bit or whatever. So it's just like it doesn't matter whether I like her or not. It's just you have to prove that you're worth that. You know what I'm saying? And every interview, like I've watched a lot of her interviews, I've read a lot of what she said or whatever. She keeps going back to her being a legend and check her resume. But I've seen her on the Breakfast Club, and I'm just like, she had a perfect opportunity to from an analytical, not an emotional standpoint, but analytical standpoint. Look at what I have done. Not she got an Oscar for Precious, and she got this and she got that, and she did all these tours or whatever. And not saying that black women are not worth it. I want every black woman in the world to get exactly what they deserve. But it's like there's a point where I'm just talking about her personally. She has to take accountability and realize that if she's asking for that type of money, she has to do those type of numbers. And that's all I'm saying. And I know she can do it. She just hasn't done it up until this point where she can actually walk in the door and be like, "No, $500,000 is way too low. Look at my numbers." Now, if she does those numbers, which I know she can, then she go walk in the door, and I'll be the first one to boycott Netflix if they don't give her bread after that. Even if I don't fuck with, even if I don't like her comedy, it's like she got those numbers. There's
Really?
no way nobody would turn her down.
During
like
this-
she has the eyes and the ears. People are listening to her right now.
This was actually the perfect time for her to put some shit together. You see what Dave doing?
The absolute perfect time. But what she's been doing is like going on TV.
Have you seen her recently? I haven't seen her recently.
Yeah. Oh my God. What was she on recently? No, I haven't seen. No. I haven't seen her in like maybe like the last couple months.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah. But all her last appearances were just her and her husband, which is her manager now, talking about the deal, talking about this, boycotting this and boycotting
that's what I'm
that.
saying. Like, comedians still working right now. Oh, shout out to my boy Bill Burr. He got on that ass on SNL the other night.
Did you like that? Yeah, I saw that. I knew that monologue was going to set motherfuckers on fire. But the funny thing about it, though, is if anybody knows about Bill Burr, they already know that that's how he talks already.
He's with the shits. Salute.
That motherfucker, he got in some Karen's asses on that shit.
There was a lot of white tears flowing that night.
he got they ass. But see, like something like that, I don't think that could be cancelable. Like I don't like
No.
Well, no.
But you know what the funny thing is? I did not realize his wife was black.
No, I never knew that. I
didn't
never
know
knew
that shit.
that. Oh, that's why he don't give a fuck. See that's
He
a
said
whole.
my bitches.
Oh, that's a whole different. I didn't know that. That's a
That motherfucker
whole
said
different.
5 bitches.
Oh, that's a whole different element. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's why he don't. That's why he don't.
That's
give
why
a
he
fuck
with the shits.
He don't care about Karens. He don't
He
care
eating
about
that chocolate
them.
every night.
He don't care about them at all.
Shit.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't realize that.
I didn't know. I was on Twitter and then they had.
I
showed
knew
the
Gary
picture.
Oldman's wife is black.
Of course, Gary.
Yeah.
But I'm like, damn, Bill, you too?
Wow. Yeah, I didn't know that.
That's crazy.
Oh, Ginger Boy got a chocolate girl, huh?
Shit. Shit. But yeah,
Wow.
with Monique, like,
Like I want her
this
to
is
get
a
her money.
perfect time for her to be on her grind and like shooting some shit.
Because I'm just looking at it. It's just like if you feel like you deserve that, just go, just do your own tour. What right now? If you decide to set up a tour right now, there's no way you couldn't pack a house. I mean, she could probably do Madison Square Garden
That's
right
what I'm saying.
now.
With that negative,
I really believe that.
negative publicity that she had. I'm pretty sure fans will come out in droves trying to support her. Because to me, it kind of reminds me
Just
of
to see if she can do it,
just see if she can do
or
it.
just to prove that she can. I think motherfuckers will watch just to see her fail.
I mean, they
And
did that shit with
she'll
Tiffany
fuck
Haddish.
around and kill it though. I think she would crush it. I really think so. I think she's got enough material. She's got enough fire behind her ass that she came up with a special right now. She would turn me into a fan. I really believe that shit. But she did up until this point. She just hasn't really done anything to really set me on fire. But I think she'll kill it now. If she's got that much fire behind her, that much anger, and she like, it's not that she was. It wasn't that she wasn't funny. Like, she just wasn't my favorite comedian.
Nah,
Like,
I really
like
couldn't.
Samora was dope, and not to compare, two dope black women or whatever. But Samora was like a little bit more of my shit though. Like I thought she was fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
But Monique had her times though. Okay, so she was funny as shit, and like I've seen her she was good in movies though. Like
Yeah, she was always funny in movies.
You ever seen her in what was that movie?
She
with
was
Martin?
Tiffany Haddish before Tiffany Haddish.
Yeah, Tiffany Haddish is another one. Tiffany had
They stay in that single lane. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but that movie with Martin, it was I want to say you know what I'm talking about though, right?
His family,
Yeah,
Roscoe something, Roscoe Jenkins, I think.
Roscoe Jenkins' Homecoming or some shit like that. Some shit like she was
Hilarious.
fucking hilarious.
That whole
in that.
cast was funny.
Yeah, because I think it was I think
Mike
it was,
Epps.
Yeah, Mike Epps was on that shit. Yeah, Mike Epps was in that.
Who else?
Monique was in it. Martin was in it. Was Terry Crews in that shit? Wasn't he a big brother or something? Wasn't he a brother in there?
Cedric
Ced was in there.
Entertainer. That
But
was
Terry Crews wasn't in there either. Was he like didn't he play baseball or softball or some shit like that?
I don't think so.
Okay, I might be tripping. Yeah,
They didn't have a Chicken George
that movie was
character for him to play.
He had nobody grabbing his dick on it.
No, Cedric Entertainer was his brother. They was always competing against each other.
Yeah, that movie is hilarious.
Yeah.
And Monique was, to me, she was a standout star in that shit.
Yeah, she was funny.
Yeah, she was a standout in that. So it's like it's not like she's not funny. I just want her numbers to match up with her fire. You know what I'm saying? Like she feel like she can get what they got. I believe it. She put together a tour right now. She would sell out almost any arena she goes into.
I don't know. It kind of seemed like after
I just wanna see it.
that whole Precious movie.
I didn't see that. That's not for me.
I didn't see it.
I don't want to see
but
the movies.
she did a hell of a job, and kind of like you outperformed like what people were expecting, and then you kind of feeling yourself, and you like, well, I don't feel like doing this shit.
Yeah, because there was a lot of stuff she didn't want to do because I think the studio was trying to get her to do like press tours like
Yeah.
for free and shit like that. They were trying to get her like fly out there and she didn't want to do that. I said, would you do shit like that though? Like, okay,
Nah, I wouldn't.
So you got a big movie role or whatever, and they
But
don't fly you out.
I wouldn't react that way, but I'm not her. I'm not in the same situation.
Right.
I wouldn't do that. Just like I'm saying, like with Joe Budden, everybody handles certain situations their way. That's their way of doing business.
And see,
It just didn't turn out the way that she wanted to.
and some shit worked for some people. It's like, so do you think the situation's working for Joe? Like, I'm still getting the same entertainment I was getting before, but I don't know if, like, I mean, I know he ain't broken it like that, but
Nah,
it's just
of
like,
course not.
did the shit work though?
Bro, they said the viewership quadrupled after that. You see that podcast?
Yeah, on his YouTube, right?
Even so, like,
But you don't get paid from that though. Like AdSense don't really add up to anything. Like you don't really get that much bread from like your AdSense from like your YouTube views. Like anybody out there who think they're gonna get rich on YouTube or podcasts.
not anymore. They used to. AdSense used to pay bank before everything changed.
Yeah, but it's not like it's nowhere near close to the deal that he was getting with Spotify though.
Nah, but I think it's like this. Sooner or later,
I'm
because somebody gonna want to buy your viewership. And bring them.
I really am
Because look at it
surprised.
like this.
I'm surprised.
Everything is online right now in regards to creativity, and people just want fucking content.
Yeah.
People want
People
a distraction.
even more now.
Yeah, that's what I'm
because
saying.
people-
So when you have a certain group that want to come and buy your viewers, because what they gonna do, they'll buy your viewers and then they'll probably put ads on the viewership,
You
and
don't
that's
want-
how other
you don't want
companies
that
can
shit,
make money. But
don't
I'm saying like, eventually something's gonna happen.
I think so. I really do. Like him still putting out the quality. Like I think the quality even went up. Because now they got a camera on Rory that shows, like, I thought Rory was bald. This motherfucker got a hairline and it's just like,
What they call that?
and then they did an
That's
intro now.
enhancements.
Yeah, there you go.
If
Yeah,
I'm going 4K, my line is going 4K.
hell yeah, he got a 4K line right now. Rory got a 4K line.
shit.
Fucking Parks got the sound is a little bit better. They're actually putting out the video the same day that they're doing the audio. So it's like the quality is still is actually better than it was before. So it's like I from a viewer standpoint, I appreciate everything that they're doing.
Yeah.
I just want them to win. Like I
But
wanted to
at the
win.
end of the day, it's all about they have fun doing it.
That's true.
You talking with your boys and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Shit that they would
Shooting
do anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's the same thing we got going on right now.
Yeah.
This is what we would do anyway. So it's like we might as well, do our best to try to entertain everybody out there and actually just provide value. Because that's all I really want to do. There's so many people out there who are entertaining and just need to be heard. And it's just like our podcast is one thing, but producing other people's stuff and actually putting other people on a platform. I know I keep saying that, but I'm so passionate about that shit though. Like I really want to, like when I hear people, I'm like, I be telling my sister is funny as fuck, yo. I be like, yo, you need your show, you need your own podcast, and I be trying to get her, but it's like she's all the way in Philly, so it's like it's hard to really coordinate and produce a show from that far away. I'm gonna try to figure something out though, but yeah, I just
What was she talking about?
so honestly, like she just called, like she talks about her job all the time. It's like just the crazy shit that she does all the time. So
I'm tired of this shit.
she loves her job, but she's a driver, so she drives around medical like body part, like she drives around hearts and like lungs and shit like that.
Oh,
So
she the plug?
yeah, she the plug for like hearts and lungs and like fucking like she drives around organs all
Man,
day.
John Q could have used you. What the fuck were you?
Exactly. Jazz, where was you at for John Q? Yeah, she just drives around fucking hearts and lungs and shit every day. And it's just like her daily encounters, like the shit that she does, like her perspective on things is so fucking insane. Like she's one of the funniest people I know. But it's just like I would have her, you know, like I would have her in the show quick. Like we might just have to do a remote podcast with her one time. But she's one of the funniest people I know. And it's just like I want to put people on those, you know, put people out there, you know, to share their talents with the
Have
world.
a voice.
Yeah, to have a voice. Because it's like, it's so much easier now than it was ever before. It's just like, you know, our production value was like through the roof compared to what it was before. Like when I started a podcast, I used my phone for the very first episode. And people can do that. Like a lot of people, like they don't want to humble themselves. They want to wait until they got fucking 2 cameras like we have right now and a fucking audio interface and these mics, but you don't need all of this stuff.
No, you
though.
don't. You don't.
You don't need it. And for the people who don't have it, that's what I want to do. I want us to be able to provide a space for people who don't have access to all these resources. And to have a studio space. We're building a studio for people. Why not share that world, you know, share that gift with everybody else and let them get on?
Oh, yeah.
It's the most important thing for me. Yeah. So as far as like, because I have had a lot of conversations, and even me and my wife, like, you know, before we did this podcast, we talked about Monique, and she was like, she had a completely different perspective. She's like, get your money, sue, fuck it, whatever. And I get that. Like, I do understand it to a certain extent. I just like to see people walk in with numbers. I like the analytics.
Yeah, you're
I like
the numbers
data.
person.
Yeah, and it's like, I never.
But the thing is like this. Sometimes people throw the fucking numbers out the window depending on who they dealing with. You got some people who can walk
that's absolutely
into a
fucking true.
interview, depending on different variables. They'll be like, you know what, I'm gonna hire you just because you are who you are.
That's true. I can't.
And then this person is
can't
more
lie about that.
qualified, and they like, nah, we don't want you.
Yeah,
Shit happens.
that's absolutely true. Sometimes the numbers don't matter.
Sometimes they don't.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. So I mean, I'm trying to keep both in mind. You know what I'm saying? I'm because just like I said earlier, every time we post a video, I'm like looking at the analytics. All right, did this go up? The retention rate. I'm looking at all of this shit. We got access to all this data, so I want to check it out and see what's going on.
I could care less.
I know, and I have to. I'm always gonna care, but I have to manage my expectations and manage how much I care.
You know, if nobody watched, I still wouldn't care because it's like, it's kind of like a diary. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a journal.
That's a great way of thinking about it.
I do this shit anyway with my Leviticus post, depending on how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
I just like writing shit. I just like expressing myself. This is just another outlet to express myself.
And yes. So it's personal experience the way that we approach these things, because I've never been a diary person. I've never been a talk about my feelings person. I've never been.
I'm about the feelings.
Yeah, I've never done this, like because I sent this podcast to my uncle. He was like, I don't even know who you are anymore. He was like, I've never seen you talk to anybody that much.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've never.
You thought you was a mute?
Yeah, he just like I would talk to people like, you know, like I've never like I'm not this type of person who just talks this much. Mm-hmm. And it's like I'm probably the most quietest person, you know, between us on a. Well, we kind of have a good balance or whatever, but he's just not used to me talking that much. It blew his fucking mind. He was like, I don't even know who you are. So I'm getting used to that.
He's like,
so,
I thought you was off.
he says that anyway.
Like, something off about that, but I don't just know. I
He
don't know
always
what he's
said
doing,
that.
but something off about that,
He
boy.
always said that. He always told me I need Jesus. And I don't know, maybe I do. That boy need Jesus. He know I do.
Shit. Now he like, shit, fuck it.
Yeah. He just gave up on it. He just gave up. He need Jesus, but whatever. But yo, again, this has been a great podcast.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Oh, I ain't wrapping it up all the way. Go ahead.
I was
Go
about
ahead.
to
Go ahead.
say.
Oh yeah. No. Yeah.
Hold
Yeah.
up,
Because
hold
I asked you earlier.
Hold up.
Okay.
Y'all. This is the Leviticus Files. We'll actually talk about my bullshit, and it's usually out in left field, but it don't matter because I like that shit. So what we're gonna talk about today is, I brought this bottle. As you can see,
I was wondering what that was.
you don't know what it is.
Nah.
This is actually Dr. Bronner's Pure Castile Peppermint Soap.
Okay.
And if you like look at the bottle, whatever, it's supposed to support psychedelic assisted therapies to heal your soul. It helps heal PTSD, depression, and end of life anxiety and addiction.
Really?
This right here is certain elixir.
Okay.
This shit right here is potent. And like we both got locks, right?
Right.
So we got to take care of our hair. This shit will clean your fucking hair. It will clean your soul. It's some dope shit. But there's one caveat.
Okay.
If you use this, and I say if you use this, you can wash every part of your body, but don't let this shit touch your balls.
What? What?
Don't let this shit touch your balls.
What? Why? Do I even want to know?
So I'm
Do I even want to know how
look,
you found that out?
Look, let me tell you. So I'm washing my hair, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the shower. I'm trying to kill two birds with one stone, wash my hair, wash my body and everything. So I'm like, damn, my locks feel fresh. They smell like peppermint. Like it's the best thing ever when you have your hair clean, especially when you're having locks. And it's like, I'm like, damn shit. I started rubbing on my body. I'm like, this shit feels good. Like I'm hearing like the angels, you know what I'm saying? Just talking to me like, boy, you getting clean right now. Yeah. Feels so fucking good. You know what I'm saying? I'm washing my body and shit. Everything is clean. And so I'm in the shower, everything just trickling down. So I'm like, do, just cleaning shit, just cleaning. That feels good. And then I start to feel like this little tingle. This fucking tingle. I'm like, hold up. I'm like,
Nope.
what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? Like, it gets started to heat up like icy hot. And it's like, I'm looking down and it's like my balls are tingling. My balls are fucking tingling. I'm like, this is weird, bro. And like, it got all up in the crevices and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like I got like little mini like ants just dancing on my balls. Like, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I wash myself, clean myself, and everything, and like I dry myself off, and it's still like ants just dancing on my balls. Like, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? My balls was not right for a good 30 minutes. I even turned on the fucking fan to like air dry. I turned on the fan to air dry. I'm like, but it's still like my fucking balls are dancing like. I'm like, bruh. I said never ever a fucking again would I let this shit right here, peppermint soap, get on my fucking balls.
Nope.
Look, bruh. If I don't tell y'all nothing else, this is great for everything else.
But your balls.
But your balls.
Oh my god.
And I don't even know how it goes on pussy, but I'm pretty sure it's probably the same way. Don't let this shit get on your balls. And I posted this question on Facebook, and then like one of my Facebook friends, Amber, she was like, "What you gotta dilute it a little bit, because this shit right here is potent." And I was like, maybe I'll try that later, but ain't no fucking way I'ma ever let that shit touch my balls.
Nope.
And I'm done.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's why I brought it, because I was like,
That's a perfect a public service announcement.
yeah, man, like
A pubic service announcement also.
you gotta protect your family jewels, man. Like it will clean it,
Yes.
but that shit was gonna be dancing on your balls, like
Oh my god.
shit.
Oh my
just
god.
saying.
I think that is the perfect way to wrap up this podcast. 'Cause
Yeah,
I don't think I
I
can
wrap
take no more.
everything up. Everything up. I kind of wanted to saran wrap my shit just to Cause I was like, bro, I ain't never felt. Look, now it's different though. Like, one time I got head from a girl and she had an Altoid in her mouth. Now, that was delightful. That was delightful. You know what I'm saying?
Completely different sensation.
Yeah,
huh?
because it was just a hint, like a little bit of spice, like sugar and ice. But this right here,
It's not the same thing. Huh?
that's the whole fucking peppermint.
Oh my
The
god.
whole fucking peppermint.
Oh my
Bruh.
god.
I'm just telling y'all, everything else, your hair, your head, your legs, but don't let that shit get in between.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Okay.
just saying, man. Just saying.
Oh my god. Yeah, I think we I think that's gonna be a wrap on that. So
Wrap.
so it don't matter what else you heard from this podcast. Make sure that shit don't touch your balls. I think
Don't
that's-
touch your balls.
I think that's a lesson for the podcast. So
Yeah.
oh my god. Yeah, so it's been another great episode. Oh my god. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that.
Hey, I wasn't either.
No goddamn Leviticus files, boy. Oh my god, we trying to teach the youth. Don't
Hey,
let that
man.
shit hit your
Hey,
balls.
don't let it hit your balls. Me to you.
Oh, thank you for the applause. We really appreciate that. We really appreciate y'all listening and making it all the way through with us. It's been a great podcast.
Hey,
So much
hey,
fun.
hey, and we
Yeah.
out.
We out. Oh my god. Yo, I think we did 2 1-hour segments, huh? Oh my god. Yo, you gotta put the whole Leviticus files. That has to be a whole clip. Yo, I knew kind of what you was gonna say, but god damn.